Whew. These confirmations are coming out today. Okay, so I got another story for you today. And the funny thing about all my stories are true. I got a billion stories I could tell you. So as we come to Miss Betty's house, Miss Betty was their cook, and this was her house. This was not her house with 50,000 other people. This was her house. For the record, on the real, my grandmother and my grandfather had houses like that. There's a history they tell you and there's a history that they don't tell you. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, I have said in one of my videos, like, well, you know what? Enemy, frenemy, it's all the same to me. But I have been screwed over by my Melvin side of the family. So, like, if you come in with the name Melvin, I will, like, automatically. It's like Geminis, if you don't know them. Like, I got to see a pattern of you time and time and time. I got to see your patterns. Because just the name alone makes me go, You know, it's like oak trees and pinnacle mics. Are you a good witch or bad witch? So, that being said, I had Aunt Betty, who was like a great aunt to me. And ironically, this lady's name was Miss Betty too. And I'm just saying, of all the Melvins that got a problem with me, here's part of the reason why. Because apparently, Aunt Betty was mean and hateful and all this and that. And they talked about her so. Yeah, I was her favorite niece, grandniece. So you getting the pattern here? I'm just getting a pattern. I am just getting the pattern, like, you know, I'm like this year, so I know I'm in the mature stage, but I really feel like I'm in the settling stage, okay? Because I'm really finding out more about my family tree, and I'm still in this study class. You see, that's why Mom's got me in nature, where I should be, by myself, with real family. Don't play with me. Miss Betty might come through and haunt you. No, I just say to Miss Betty. But seriously, though, she reminds me, I mean, I think if she was here today, she was like, I did okay. And she had this house until the day she died. I think her daughter lived here too, okay? So, clearly, these people meant something. You would have everybody have you think that everybody rich and white treated every black person like there were horror stories. Horror stories. Don't get me wrong. All of those stories, those horrible ones, you heard was true. But they never tell you the good ones, do they? Nope. Why? Well, that's part of the money. Oops. I done said too much. I done took you into the hustle. Why don't they listen to me? Because I tell you stories and you might wake up. Somehow or another, they have taken on the spirit of, I don't know what that is. It's not me. But to me, it's like a poverty-minded, black-minded, got to control. It's a jealous spirit. It's a jealous and deceptive. From I don't know. I don't fucking know. Anyway, get back to the story. Miss Betty, I took too much time talking about people I don't care and don't know, and they clearly didn't know me, but they did though. That's why my mom and my aunt watched me intently. I got it, and Daddy too. So Miss Betty, they said that my Aunt Betty, like, was mean and hateful and all that. But I loved her. But I got some funny stories. I need to tell you about the Halloween. Now, her husband was hateful as hell, Uncle Henry. Henry the Eighth, indeed. He was like that type of energy. I'm sure if she was mean, it was because she was living with that demon seed. People don't see everything, you know. But sometimes grandparents or sometimes people just want to tell you their story in some kind of way. Sometimes they don't want you to fix it. They just want to hear, okay? Or either they just want to know that the wisdom that they're passing on goes to somebody who appreciates it and will take care of it and will pass that legacy on. But instead, y'all choose to be man down, act like clowns, and expect everybody to be a clown too. I cannot play that role for you. I've never cared about clowns. Clowns make me sad. Just about all the clowns I know around here that come to the festivals are drunk as hell. Remember, my nose knows. My nose smells. And I'm like, they got that clown around children. I'm telling you, look, you know, I'm the problem. Okay. So, I'm seeing red today. Beware. Ooh, be careful of this little babies. They're everywhere. See, that's a story in itself. You think people of all ages won't not just listen, but learn from stories like that? And especially because they're true? I have about 1 billion stories for you. But they didn't want you to know. But now you do. I'm just here for my tribe, okay? Because my creativity was re-inspired here, was nurtured here. How am I a history buff? How me and my Piscean bestie since first grade, we both being history buffs. Straight A students, top of class. Dig in the school records. You'll find those are facts. How did neither one of us know about this place till this year? Why did they hold this information back? Because of what I told you. Now do you see the math? And that's why you don't. Lesson for today. Therapy Drop gets it. We okay. Now I'm gonna hug a magnolia tree. Because we had magnolia trees in our yard too. I did not know that everybody didn't have a magnolia tree. I don't know who my mama and daddy are. I know we had, and the holly is here. And the holly, you guys see it? The holly. I got to turn the camera around, girl can see. And the holly is here. There we go. Magnolia trees. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure no horse and ivy's climbing. No, we're good. Magnolia trees. You know you always get around magnolia. And the smells so great. See the alignment? It's that. Every bit of that story was true. See why they hid me away from you? Now you know. This is beautiful when it's full of the red. It's just beautiful. Okay, gotta go. Peace. Oh yeah. That was my therapy walk for today. Naturally wonderful. #NaturallyDaO. And my favorite place